Hi guys, AG Kristen here with Kristen. You might have noticed Kristen is dressed for the Eras Tour. That is because I am going to the Eras Tour this weekend. Depending on what day this video goes up, it will either be posted the day of the concert. I actually think it will be posted the day before the concert if everything goes according to plan. And if something goes wrong, it'll be the day after. In honor of this, I am making this video about what Taylor Swift album each of my dolls are. Now, I know Kyla Collects made this video, but I was actually the person who asked her in her live what Taylor Swift album her Kirsten, which is like her favorite doll, would be. Because I had already planned my video. I was just waiting to do my all my dolls video first, and I had to wait for Kristen to come back from the doll hospital. So I did not copy, and Kyla didn't copy me either. I just inspired her, and other people in the live did too. Now that I've gotten everything out of the way, let's begin. First, the star of this video, Kristen. I actually chose Midnights for her because she's like me and is a night owl. I also feel like she has things naturally go her way, like the song Karma. Also, no one can shine brighter than her. She is bejeweled. Next, McKenna. I chose Speak Now for McKenna because purple is her favorite color, and she is always daydreaming about making her dream of being in the Olympics come true, and that type of dreamy vibe and always having her head in the clouds is giving Speak Now to me. So out of all the albums, Speak Now and her really seem like a match. Now we have Sage. Now for her, I picked Lover. I feel like she would be a me fan. She's all about expressing herself and just being your best version of yourself. And she loves colorful things, which is definitely Lover. So although her favorite color isn't pink, like McKenna's favorite color is purple and she Speaks Now, her favorite color isn't pink, but she's still a Lover stan. She just loves colors, and she loves just being yourself. Okay, for Daria, I picked Debut, which might seem like an interesting choice, but her power is invisibility, and the song Invisible would be perfect for her. And she also feels like a small town girl. She wouldn't like big cities or anything like that. And the album that gives me small town girl the most is Debut, so I felt like it was a good pick, and I actually ended up being very happy that I chose Debut for her because it just works, and I would have never thought that by looking at her, but she is a Debut girl. Next, Rory. I felt like Rory is an Evermore girl. I at first was tied between Evermore and Red, but then I realized she's definitely an Evermore girl because Evermore has a fall-winter vibe, and she does too. Also, Rory loves books, and Evermore's writing feels similar to a book. As an album, it's more of a book type of album than like Red would be, so I felt like Evermore was definitely more fitting. Also, yes, this is a photo before I re-wigged her. Bailey literally is fearless. She's a country golden girl. She is super sweet and innocent and a performer, which makes her brave and literally fearless. Her aesthetic is definitely the same as the Fearless album, so giving her any other album would just feel wrong. There is an argument for Debut, but like two of her colors are literally like yellow and orange. Like her color scheme is yellow, orange, and red. So it would just be like criminal to give her Debut and not Fearless because it fits her to a T. Guys, I'm not even going to lie, Quinn was hard for me, but I finally settled on Midnights because I feel like she would describe snow on the beach as weird but beautiful. Also, Sweet Nothing is a sweet song and she is very kind, but that might be a little bit of a stretch. Taylor Swift hasn't put out too many full-on blue, wintry albums, and that would be Quinn's aesthetic. So I had to kind of use my Swiftie knowledge to assess which album would fit her best, and I just think Midnights would. I just couldn't see any other album fitting her. Now, Maddie is very 1989 with the glitter and the romance and the parties. I also gave Taylor 1989 for the same reason. They're also both popular people, and 1989 has that kind of it girl vibe to it. And I've mentioned before, but Maddie and Taylor have a similar type of personality, so it's only fitting that they get the same album. I know I'm kind of clumping them two together, but I just really feel like they fit the same album for the same reason, and if I were to mention them separately, it would just be boring, repeating myself. Salem, I ended up going with Reputation because it fits her style, and she might look tough and scary, but on the inside, she's a softie, and we all know Reputation is actually a love album disguised as this big, bad, evil album, so I thought that was so fitting for Salem, my little witch. You might have thought I was going to pick Evermore for the song Willow. It's known as her, witchy song. But as the whole album, I don't feel like that album matches Salem. As when I think of Reputation, I think the whole aesthetic and everything fits Salem. When it comes to Elena, I think of Red. She gives me fallish vibes, but also, she's deeply emotional, and what's more emotional than All Too Well, 10-minute version, Taylor's version? That song is probably her whole personality. It's not bad to be emotional at all. I'm not saying that. It's just, one of the big parts of her personality. So, it's definitely fitting for her, and I feel like she's always so confused and lonely, but she's also happy sometimes, and it's just it as an album, Red is a confusing album with tons of emotions, but so is Elena, so it's a perfect match, honestly. For Gracie, you don't really know her yet, but I picked Lover because she wears mostly pink, and Lover Live from Paris. Her favorite place is Paris. Her power allows her to go to Paris a lot. Hint, hint. I thought it fit a lot, and I almost picked Midnights for the Paris song, but I decided Lover because it fit her aesthetic better. Midnights, it really doesn't fit her aesthetic at all. So now I did get a new doll. That video will be up next week. I won't tell you who she is, but for now, we can call her E. E is my folklore girly. She loves old-timey things and is definitely a fan of books and poetry, which makes her perfect for folklore. And she's definitely a quill pen girly, if you guys know what that means, if you're a Swiftie. That is definitely her type of vibe. She also has her head in the clouds, but more in a poetic way, when McKenna is more in a fairy tale place way, so that's why she gets Speak Now and E gets folklore. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to let me know if you agree with my picks for my dolls. Also, let me know what your favorite Taylor Swift album and song is below in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, because I make videos weekly. Bye, guys.